Hello guys, good day to you all and welcome to Gio's Review channel. Today we are going into Uche Nancy Update TV's video titled Under This Roof. Featuring in this video are Omeche Oko, Michael, April Chidinma and others. This video talks about a story in which Rose suddenly lost her parents. As she was grieving, struggling, trying to get her feet because she just came back from this state. She had to protect her family's estate, business, as well as heritage. Although all this has been seized by who knows. Now she is financially unstable. She has to, get the help, as in a legal help, to be able to fish out what was really happening. So she's been to all uncles, her daddy's friends. None of them were ready to help her to unravel the mystery behind her parents' business and properties. So eventually, it was one of her father's friend that her dad had really helped. That is Abe's dad, that proved as if he's ready to help him, although is the brain behind those that cause all the atrocities. He's not a good friend. He's the one, doing the worst and bad at the back. He's not pushing Abby, his son, to try to seduce and sleep with Rose because she's his fiancée. Whereas Abby is having extramarital or having affairs, even with his colleague, that is Anita. So it happens as Abby's daddy now, agreed to help support Rose while Rose is working with him. She now said, okay, let her go, introduce herself to other staffs in Abby's father's company. That was when she now bumped on Abby, having an intimacy with Anita, a colleague in their office. So she later overlooked that, although Abby still comes in to Rose at home to try to make her to have sex with him. But Rose, because of what she's passing through, she doesn't even have a clear mind for that because she has a lot to settle. To protect her dad's and family's company and properties, she has to, do some thinking and be able to see who and who she will have to uh, get to help her in doing this investigation, because the family barrister, as Barrister Gideon, that one came to drop everything that was given to him, as in all his daddy's remaining documents. He came to drop it and said he's no longer interested in it. That's Barrister Day. Whereas is working hand in hand with Abby's dad. So this is showing us the way human beings are when our dad, that is our parents, are alive. All of them will come to him and he will be able to help them. But now they've gone. They are late and they were not ready to help. In sincerity, the daughter left behind. So that was how she was just managing herself. Well, meanwhile, her friend, uh, Chika, now advised her, that is Rose's friend, advised her, why not, this only house that is left for you now, why don't you give a part of it out, as in for rentage? Have a partner, as in housemate. So that was what they now did. Chika and the buyer, they have to get a client, as in a tenant, that will come live with her, and that won't pay 3M, although she was expected to get 30M. I mean 300M, as in the money that her dad is owing, for them not to collect everything from her. So that was how she just had to have a partner, and it happens to be Veronica. And Vero's lifestyle is different from Rose own, in that Vero loves music, she loves dancing, she's into TikTok, um, social media, as well as all those fun activities. So she's not all that quiet and dull, and she comes, invite her friends, and they dance together and catch fun. But meanwhile, the reason why she came to such a big man's, as in the Elites community, to live, was for her to be able to have connection, as in to meet someone like Dangote, and to be able to develop her content. So it seems as if she's even regretting, ever paying that 3M to get accommodation there, because Rose hasn't been all that making the house, welcoming for her, because Rose doesn't like her personality, as in music, dancing, and the stuff, carrying friends. Well, eventually, you see now who eventually helped Rose to be able to get rid and to get evidence and to expose those that were trying to push their fraudulent activities into the Rose late parents, by collecting all that they left behind for their daughter. So while they were still living like cat and dog within the house, Chika now came this particular day, as Vero was about to prepare her sea okra soup, which Chika now indicated interest in, and they had to take the soup together. And from there, Chika now tried to talk to Vero while they were in the kitchen, and to let her know that Rose has been passing through a lot, that she just lost her two parents, her both parents, the same day to an accident, which was, sort of planned just to get rid of them. And the properties left behind were also hijacked, sort of fraudulent activities. They forged Aleda's signature to try to collect everything that belongs to her parents. That the only thing left for her is just the building that they were staying in. All the cars, the business, money, everything has been hijacked. So, with this information, Vero now had an empathy towards Rose. She even went all out, to start, cooking for Rose and trying to talk to her. So far, she knew what must have prompted her, not to be all that friendly to her. So it was as this started going this way that Rose and Vero, Vero had access to be able to penetrate, to be able to have conversation with Rose. And what now even prompted Vero to be interested more in Rose was when Rose's fiance, Abby, came around. He's been harassing Rose, trying to force her to give herself to him, but in which she objected. Now, this time around, he wanted to strangulate her because she challenged him, Abby, that she's been seeing Abby's dad with the people that are supposed to be of help, but we are had worked with her late dad while they were alive. So because of this, and because Rose wants to know more from Abby, Abby now strangulate her. Was so heartless that he wanted to kill her. So it was a sort of cry and shout that propelled Vero to rush to the scene. And what she did was to go and pick a pistol from the kitchen and hit it on Abby. And that was what stopped Abby from, killing her right there and then. So Abby left. But as that one happened, this really made or rather propelled Vero to be sincere and be frank to Rose, telling her to her face that if she's not careful, she will lose everything, even all the things that she's supposed to 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 fight for as per the company, the business, and everything that her parents left for her. That their parents, her late parents won't be happy if she continued that way. So that was when Rose now calmed down and listened to Vero, and they now had to, plan on how they are going to invite Abby to come in, and they will find a way to ask him questions and make him to tell the truth. So also Vero suggested that she's going to bring her uncle into view. That her uncle is a barrister and is going to help out, and that was what she did. When Vero's uncle came around. He searched through and the documents and realized that there are series of atrocities there, that they've tampered with the documents, they've forged nearly all the documents, and there has been illicit transactions. So he now said, okay, he's ready to take over the case, and that was what he did. So meanwhile, as Vero's uncle was, working on the documents, Rose invited Abby, and this time, as Abby entered the house, Vero went to the kitchen and picked a pistol and hit it on him, and that was how he slammed, and they were able to tie him. So Vero now went again to the kitchen and brought out a gallon that contains liquid, and she had to, threaten Abby that the content in that gallon is carbon 4 oxide that is going to she's going to use it on him if he didn't voice out. I will just sprinkle it on him, all over him. And with that, Abby had to confess everything they've done, that even the death of Rose's parents were planned, that it was a suicide, because as they were coming, as the plane landed at the airport, they had to tamper with the vehicle that they used to bring them from the airport, and that was how they had the accident and died. That all the things that happened, they worked it. That's Avi's dad and Mr. David and Barrister Dede, they all planned it together. And that was why none of them was ready to help her with the case, because they know they were the initiator of the case. And the accusation that they gave, that Rose's dad had been involved in series of fraudulent activities, wasn't real. It was a false accusation. So at the end, the law took its course, and they were all brought to book. They were arrested. So it was a story that tells us about, the, the, the kind of struggles that happened after Rose lost her parents. She needed support, she needed protection. But lo and behold, all the people that her late dad had helped weren't there for her. And it shows how human natures are so dark and complicated, so wicked, that they want to collect all from this girl and leave her just like that. And they will do as if they are helping her, but what? They were using her and using everything that belongs to her, even to say they are using it to take care of her. That is what they want to do. But at the end, you see now, Vero that came to live with Rose was the one that was now, able to give Rose that confidence, the boldness, for her to be able to move forward and be able to fight this cause, and eventually won the case, because Vero's uncle really tried very well, and he said they were able to eventually secure 70% of her father's properties. So With that in mind, Rose was able to, to now decide to travel and go and finish up her study while Vero stayed back. And now they were as friends and family. It's good to have someone like Vero that will be there, to be able to help out as well as her best friend Chica. You got to try and watch this interesting uh, and learn, a lesson from it that human beings, you don't just trust every Dick and Harry. You need to be very, very vigilant and be careful out there. Like, share, and comment on this video. God bless you all.